Okay. All right. Let her cook. Hi, welcome to my channel. No Eyebrows McGee does dumb shit whenever she feels like it. So, I was watching the Broski Report last night, which I rarely do. I think I've seen 3 episodes. But I watched her recent one, and it is so sad to see somebody spiral about death. And, ooh, man, girl, let me just tell you something. We all go through it, but you have to go through it by yourself and then individually, and then collectively, you just come back and you're okay. Like, we all have those like realization death spirals, but it is an individual process. It's an individual process as well as something that needs to be processed. I don't know. Anyways, it made me very sad. It was like, I felt so bad because she is so sweet and so kind and pretty and funny. I guess it just hurts to see somebody go through the trials. You know, the trials of like reclaiming your identity after like being a part of any kind of Abrahamic faith. Anyways, I'm not talking about that. My hair is dull, but it's cute. But we're going somewhere eventually, and I don't know. I just have this like need for it to be like I'm hunched over. And then like Leah Mouse was talking about some creepazoids on her channel, sending her messages and all kinds of weird shit. Like some freaks just sending her like very fucked up messages. And I genuinely hate the way there are so many predator like men on the internet that are just they treat women like they're objects of a fantasy, and it's bullshit. And if you're here for that, you could kindly fuck off. But yeah, she's so Leah Mouse is so sweet and kind as well. And you know what? A lot of fucking freakazoids were up in her shit, like asking for specific videos from her. And it made me so aware that you'll post something online and innocently because you don't think like that. And then there will be some kind of fucked off slime ball that finds your content and does whatever they want with it. And, you know, a curse on their house. Because even though these women are very nice, I am not. So, yeah, that being said, to all of those assholes out there that are fetishizing women and putting them through the ringer for existing, may something wicked come your way. I suppose is a nice way to put that without being like threatening. Anyways, I got these for $11. I'm gonna dye my hair. I got these for $11. It is in the color Scarlet Red. Um, I'm excited. It says semi-permanent hair color deposits within 10 to 15 minutes, lasts 2 to 3 weeks. It was blonde. Now it's red. Now it's alive. I need to zhuzh up my hair. Whatever the fuck zhuzh means. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And I got them for $11. I have 2 boxes. I have 2 boxes. I got them for $11 because I shop at Sally's so much. I had $15 off. They were originally like $30 for 2 of them or something. $36. I don't know. Something like that. I'm gonna back this up because I just went on a whole rant how people shouldn't be harassing people. And like I need to chill out because I do be getting like excited. I got both of these for $11. I got 2 of these. It's the Overtone Scarlet Red. I'm going to be, let me just back this up. I'm going to be putting these in my hair, okay? Okay, so we're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. I'm gonna go do that right now. Goodbye. It's red. I used the Overtone Scarlet and it just deepened the ginger. It's not like hot Cheeto red, which I was expecting. I was expecting red, 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 red. Not this. Which it you could tell. Like if it's giving more copper and my this is like blood red and this is like copper red. So initially, how do I feel about this? think I feel okay. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I feel okay. Also, at the Sally's, I asked the girl with rainbow hair that was fried, but she keeps changing it many colors. I say she, but she could have been a they. I don't know. The person at Sally's offered me this. It's called Sauce Food for Happy Hair. I don't know. And I mean, they seem like they know what I talked about. Like, I was like, hey, I need something for my hair. It's damaged. I need something. And they were like, I got you. And they were like, this is my favorite one. It's got yogurt, coconut oil, and cucumber in it. Controls frizz, detangles, helps prevent split ends and damaged hair. The instructions, the directions, sorry, I was reading a different language. The directions say spray throughout towel dried hair, comb through and style as usual. Sauce is meant for hair. Please don't eat. This reminds me of that Wild Thornberries episode with a girl, the sister. She's trying to make hair conditioner, but she lives in the fucking rainforest. And she's like, oh my god, this is where like Pantene gets its ingredients from. And so she goes and she makes like some sauce for her hair. This is the episode breakdown. The older 16-year-old sister makes some like conditioner for her like wavy locks of beautiful grunge thunder. And she ends up like mixing honey and like some other things together, and then the younger sister, the one who could speak to animals, she, I think her name is Eliza, she is talking to like these monkeys or something, and they're like, I'm gonna fucking rip that bitch's hair off and eat it. And she's like, well, hey, that's my sister. Like, that's my fam. That's my kindred. That's like, bro, that's like family. Like, we don't do that, right? Okay, like, whoa, calm down, monkeys. And then the monkeys are like attacking the older sister, trying to like rip and eat her hair because of the things she ate. She made worse edible. I'm so sorry. She made her own conditioner. This is just giving that episode. I'm scared. I'm actually frightened. What if this attracts bees? I hear that there is a lotion that attracts spider. I'll put the lotion here. I'm gonna do research. I'll put the lotion here and then the chemical specifically within that lotion. But I believe if it just cruise Reddit long enough, I'll be able to find that information again. It's funny how things rise and fall from out the cauldron of Caradwyn kind of information throughout the internet. It's very peculiar and strange. The memes, they help us and they don't help us. Now, let me tell you what this smells like. It says cucumber yogurt and coconut oil, but I'll tell you what it smells like. It does smell like cucumbers and coconut. It just smells like that. It smells cucumbery, but not too cucumbery. Mm, it's slightly sweet. That must be the yogurt. Um, yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. I'll put that on in a second. Now my second grievance or things I'm dealing with today, okay, is I have a gigantic forehead. My mother is Scandinavian and Scottish. Okay, now I have two ladies that I aspire to look like right now. One is Kate Bush. Those bangs are everything. The layers are everything. Two, for some fucking odd reason, it's that bitch from fucking Salem. I don't know her name, but I love her aesthetic. Like, I love her aesthetic right now. Like, I'm eating it up. Like, devouring it. It's like my favorite. Now, I haven't seen all of Salem. I am a notorious, disgusting, vile, grotesque viewer. Okay, because I will not finish a series. I have not finished Sabrina because I heard it was trash. I don't know if the chilling adventures of Sabrina is trash. Tell me it is. I heard the ending was trash. Ironically, the same day that um is it Notre Dame? Notre Dame? Notre Dame? Notre Dame in Paris burned down was the same day I heard Sabrina was trash. Um we were talking about other things, but that got brought up in the conversation. They were like, "Oh yeah, Paris is burning." And then they were like, "Yeah, that last series, the last season of Sabrina was dog shit." And so if it is dog shit, please be honest with me. I haven't finished Salem either. I'm really bad. If there's 3 seasons in a fucker, babe, I'm getting to 2 and I'm cutting out early. Like I'm beating traffic. Like I do not finish a series at all. Me finishing a series? Highly unlikely. Okay, I haven't finished. Okay. Salem, Lucifer, Sabrina. Where all of these all of these have to do with Satan? Okay, wait. No, like look. They're just shut up. Listen. I fucks with Satan. I love a good story about Satan. You cannot take the Satan from me because I love it. It's just so much depth and beauty and gives things form and shape and it illuminates the darkness and I love a good balance. Anyways, so I haven't finished Sabrina. I haven't finished Lucifer and I definitely haven't finished Salem. It's so funny. All three of those things have one thing in common. The Dark Lord. No, but yeah. Anyways. Anyways, so yeah. Yeah, do I love a good story about Satan? Yes, I fucking do. If you have any more shows, movie series dealing with Satan, drop them below. I will eat that up. I love that stuff. I love it. I absolutely love stories about Satan, Lucifer, darkness, the occult. I love it, love it. In fact, I have like a whole list of movies from like the 1970s I have to like rifle through. And like what I do, because I have horrific ADHD, is that I screenshot all of the videos that if they come up on my feed and I feel mildly attracted towards them, I get excited. And so I'll screenshot and be like, okay, I'll watch this later whenever I have downtime. But the truth is, I'm a mother 24/7. I don't have downtime. So I just have this entire folder of screenshotted movies that I have to watch, and I have not gotten to watch them at all yet. And yeah, so anyways, yeah. Um, yeah. But if you guys know a movie, music, anything like what are your top 5 favorite things to do with Satan? Why are we getting into this? Um, yeah, it's so funny. I wonder why. I don't know. I thought that was funny. Anyways. Yeah. I love a good story about Satan. I'm reading Slewfoot. Where is it at? Oh, is it? Oh, yoink! Okay. Sorry, it was on my pile of have an occult catalog from Inner Traditions Company. Um, this is a very good book. Speaking of Satan. Hello, or like devilish things. Deliciously beautiful book. Look, I just like Satan a lot. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing like between you, me, and the fucking wall and the mirror and that jaguar right there. There's nothing wrong with Satan. Like, come on. You know what I mean? I love getting into fights with Christians because it's mm, it's so easy. It's so easy and it's so much fun and I'm so bad. Okay, listen, stop. Wait, I'm not evil. Look, I get excited. I'm getting excited thinking about it right now. Stop. I love getting into fights with Christians because I love the Bible. I actually do. I love reading it and all this stuff, right? So I'm your worst fucking enemy. But I'm not your enemy at all. I just love educating people through fistfights. I love educating people through clocking them between the fucking eyes with my big ass forehead. It is my favorite thing to do to put my fucking skull through your face. No, just kidding. I'm not. Anyways, so I love fighting with Christians because first off, it's not a fight. It's just information dumping. I'm like, hey, blah, blah. And they're like, my pastor says different. And I'm like, yeah, well, your pastor's a fucking weirdo. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's like, do I have steak in my teeth? Hold up. I'm just, I don't. Good. Thank goodness. But I do need to bleach my eyebrows again. I have some bleach at home. I just use hair bleach. Like people are like, I use skin safe. They're like, I use skin safe bleach for my sensitive areas. And I'm like, girl, a Mexican woman from Mexico fucking came up to me and was like, you can use 20 volume and regular hair bleach and just bleach that shit. we're just gonna use these fucked off headphones. Anyways, listen. So I'm watching Sabrina in the other room. If you hear screaming, no one's dying. If you hear a bunch of like crazy fucking, no one's fucking and no one's dying. So okay, how about that? Anyways, so I've been watching Salem as well because I'm such a stupid bitch that sorry, I keep thinking I have like steak in my teeth. I just ate steak, and so I'm like, ah. Anyways, sometimes my roosters are very loud, but they're too tiny to be that fucking loud. So I am watching Salem, and for some reason, the little Hale girl, I don't know her name, but like I'm loving her like aesthetic. Like it is so sweet and cute, right? So I'm like struggling because the thing is like I like that like older I like certain things. I like Victorian attire and I like the attire from the 1600s. Um but a lot of that had to deal with like the crushing of women and the conservative I feel like maybe it's like something arising within me, this attraction to certain aesthetics is just a sign of the times for me in some way shape or form. And I don't know, I don't know, I don't care. I love a good story. I love a good story, and I think I'm kind of gearing up to go visit some relatives who specifically are like, I mean, we all have relatives, I think, to an extent here in America. Like, it's very divided here. And it's stupid. It's very stupid. But yeah, it's very divided and unified on certain fronts. But I don't know what I was trying to say. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I've been watching Salem and I really enjoy the aesthetic of that girl. And I was like, oh my God, I love her like aesthetic. I love her hair. I love like she's so pretty, like naturally pretty. A lot of the ladies in that show are naturally pretty. And I miss kind of like I have very two different distinct sides to myself. For one, I'm like, I want to be just naturally happy, like with who I am and what I look like. And then the other thing is like I want to look like a, you know, Brandon Lee. I want to look like a scary man in makeup. Like, there's two distinct sides of me. There's like natural, youthful maiden, and then there's big, scary man in makeup. Like, there's two of them. Okay, now you fucking pick who you want to show up to fight with you. I'm just kidding. But yeah, what are some shows you guys are into right now? What are you guys consuming? What kind of media are you guys into? Um, I'm still devouring this Slipknot discography. I think that's what they call it, the discography. And what else am I listening to right now? Different composers that I really like. I balance a lot of the Slipknot with sometimes Kubla Khan, Texas. And then I've also been listening to different composers that are my favorites that remind me of autumn. And right now we are at the halfway mark to Halloween. Yeah, right now is the halfway mark to Halloween, so I feel it, and I've been saving up. Like I've shared on my posts on my community tab or something like this. Um, some like how do you say like dolls, puppet dolls that you can cut out yourself, whatever. Like Nosferatu and like I think an owl and perhaps a rabbit. I don't know, but I have collected at least 50 more of those because listen, I'm so tired of like all this new bullshit where they're like, oh, you're manic, oh, you're depressive, oh, you're this and that. Bitch, it's called being happy. Like I'm over it. Like, yes, I have mental illness. Yes, I am off my medication. Yes, we are living in dire times where at any time they want, they could just like kick our doors down and make us go somewhere. But like, I'm not going without a fight because I like, I'm gonna go down swinging. Like, period. Like, period. Okay, like real. Okay, so we are living in fucked off times, and I'm so over being like explaining to my friends like, oh, I'm depressed or I'm manic. Like I hate talking in those terms. Like, bitch, yeah, I'm. If I you see me, if you fucking see me getting hyper excited, dyeing my hair vivid colors, just clap and be happy. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, definitely when I was younger, like in my younger, like my 20s, like just be fucking happy that I'm not either fighting you or fighting myself. And like shut the fuck up. Like, I'm so tired of people like commenting like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like, stop checking in on me. I'm kidding. That's so mean. I'm just kidding. But like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we're all going through it. Just fucking pump them with memes. Like, if you see me take a dip, just be like, hee hee ho ho, la 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 la, something funny, and like pick my ass back up, honey, and put me back in the fucking ring. I am my mother's daughter. Like, she got into this huge fight when she was very young in Florida. She used to live in Jacksonville, but she had to leave for reasons. She also lived right next to Leonard Skinner when they were just a garage band, and they came over and beat the shit out of her landlord because he was being really fucked up towards my grandma. And yeah, yeah. Anyways, that's a story from another time. But when my mom was at that age, she got into a fight with somebody, and my mom is insane. She's crazy, but she's not crazy. But you know, like, she'll fight you if you call her crazy. She's dead. She'll still fight you, but she is a jaguar in human skin, a jaguar that borrowed human skin and raised me. Oh my gosh. Anyways, madness manifest. But she got into a fight with this girl like 3 times her size, and my mom was talking shit to her, and the girl picked a fight with her, and they formed a circle around them, and the girl kept like, she kept grabbing my mother and like punching her and hitting her and like blood and knocking her face out, and the kids kept pushing her back into the girl, like she wasn't allowed to leave the fight until she was knocked the fuck out. And you know, my mom, maybe she deserved it because my mom was being kind of like, you know, kids, they pick on each other, whatnot. And then so my mom took all of that frustration out on this other girl. Like, she picked a fight with a very big girl, and then you can say she got her ass whooped, of course, like she did, but the girl was like telling my mom, like, I'm not gonna stop hating you until you fucking apologize or say sorry or say you didn't mean that shit you told me. And on the last time before my mom got knocked out, like blackout knocked out, the girl hit her and they brought her back up, and she said, "Are you fucking done? Do you want any more?" And she took her fucking all her blood in her mouth and spit it in that girl's face and was like, "Bitch, fuck you." And then clack, and she got knocked the fuck out. So that's who raised me. Very, like, whenever you hear like of the Scottish fighting spirit, my mother must have been like the embodiment of like that. You know what I mean? Like, and our ancestors, they came over, right? Like, my mom's side, the whites. I'm just kidding. Like, let me joke. Like, let me fucking joke. But the white side, they came over from like Scotland and Ireland, right? And we're Stuarts, okay? And when they came over, they had a settlement. And my ancestor, who was a Stuart, right after the Battle of Culloden, he got fucking burned at the stake by natives, and his children were captured, right? And so like, I like, when I watch Salem, I'm just like, oh my god, that's so crazy, blah blah blah. Because like, whenever I go back and like read the stories of my ancestors, it's very interesting because, like, okay, did they deserve it? I mean, yeah, they were picking fights with the natives. They came over here. I'm not defending my ancestors at all. I'm not like, well, they should have won that fight. No, they set his ass on fire. They set hit like they lit his ass up, babe. Like, my ancestor burned at the stake, not the female. The female, she lived. Okay, then the indigenous people, they kidnapped her children for 14 years, and then that drove them insane. Like, the children were driven insane when they became men, and they were just like crazy living in the fucking forest, like crazy wild beasts, like no longer human, more like animals. Did they deserve that? um Wartime, I guess. I don't know. I'm not saying that they did or didn't. What I am saying is that my ancestor, who was Irish, she was not a Stuart, she married into the Stuarts. She remarried and got to keep more land, and then that husband died and she remarried and got to keep even more land. Like, and so I kind of think back to that, like, finding out that family history. And of course, the Stewarts are extremely proud. I don't know if you know any fucking Stewarts. Yeah, I don't know if you know any Stewarts, but they're proud and they will let you know that they are Stewarts. Like, they will let you know. They will let you know. And then they name their kids after like the long line of the Stewart they come from. And so my uncle, his last name
is different, but his middle name is Stewart, and it's just they're very very proud, and um, they also have a fighting spirit, and yeah, more if you guys want to know more about the lady, my ancestor who survived all of this, let me know and I'll tell you guys more about her. Her name is Mary. I'll let you guys know about her, but you guys have to ask. I'm not gonna just tell you because I'll forget.
But they're extremely proud, and they're all over the Appalachian Mountains. Like they're all over that place, and they'll let you know, and they're like very big. But I'm so scared of reintegrating with them because I am Mexican, and I'll let you know they are a little bit, white. Okay, they are a little bit fair. So if I drop my last name, they're gonna be like, okay, so great. They're kind of they're a little too southern. I don't know. They're not all racist. That's rude and a cruel umbrella to have everybody cuddled under, but they are not perfect. And it frightens me. My mother was very outspoken about being equal, everything being equal, to an extent, but she was also a human. She was very, like I just told you that story. That was one tiny, that was like a Milla story, like an itty bitty story of her whole entire life. She also used to chauffeur around the president of Mexico in San Antonio, Texas, whenever he would come to town. Um, Now what that means, I don't know. I wasn't there. Was she doing some other things? I don't know. I wasn't even born yet, bro. But uh, let her live her life. Like I don't know what she was doing. But yeah, my mom was a very wild, hot, wild woman. And the bloodline we come from was hot and wild too. But a lot of the females, they have gone through some atrocities. What I'm trying to say is like my ancestor, he got burned at the stake by indigenous people. And I don't fucking care because I'm also indigenous. Like I am the person at the stake and I am the person who burned the person at the stake. Like I am both sides. So I can't just sit there and be like, oh, like I'm gonna pick a side of my ancestors. Like, no, my ancestors are all conflicting. Every fucking ancestor, like I am Jewish and German. I am also do you understand what I'm saying? Like on all fronts, it's like on all fronts, I'm indigenous and I am white. Like I am both. I am these two very distinct opposites in opposition together mixed. And that's how I was created through the mixture of oppositions. What I'm saying, I don't like pick sides. I don't do that shit. I am black, white, and red. I'm not. I'm one. I am all. So you know what I'm saying. And then I am nothing as well. So there's that. Um, but now the government loves to pick sides. So the government loves to be like, you have to pick white or not white on your birth certificate. And then whenever you find somebody like is being chased by the police, they'll say like a white male, and it'll be clearly like a man who's indigenous or Mexican or something like that, Hispanic, whatever, Chicano, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to bag tag, I don't care. It's none of my business. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, here's also the thing. Mexico is filled with many different colors. I met a straight up Mexican woman, blonde hair, green eyes, the fairest skin. She looked like a fairy. She was so beautiful, but she spoke like fluent Spanish, and I mean, it's so mixed up down there. In America, we like to keep things very like I said, the government kind of like trickles down to us, and then we self-regulate this kind of own racist rhetoric within like tribal, like oh, they're Mexican, we're white. Blah, blah, blah. No, 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 honey. Everybody is gumbo. Everybody got a little bit of something in them, okay? And if not, your kids will for sure, because that's how America is. We're all mixed up. So however you want to bag and tag it, the truth is, um, just make peace with yourself and your own bloodline. That's all you could do. So, me trying to make peace with my own bloodline, it's kind of like understanding like I am the person who lit the match and I am also the person who set my like was set on fire. I am all. And I cannot. And if I am not all, I am nothing. And so, yeah, I'm all. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's where I'm at in my personal journey. If I'm being intimate and sharing and being honest with y'all, I either want Kate Bush bangs or I want the girl from Salem hair because it's so cute. It's so cute. Those ringlets are beautiful and I absolutely love and adore it. But um, yeah, I would like natural beauty. and to be happy with that. But I'm so fickle like the wind. I just change directions all the time. And that's who I am, and so I have to honor it. So yeah, to wrap this up, because I don't know how much longer I have, because my husband's gonna be home in a second. To wrap this up, hmm, you have your own personal journey that you will have to go on, and you have your own personal ancestors, and you have your own balancing act on the tightrope to walk, and it is yours and yours alone. It is not mine. My path is not yours. Now, our paths may cross, but of course, they're going to separate. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. One of my chickens is making a really weird sound. Just to come to find out, I think they just fuck around. They're curious and they do dumb stuff all the time. And they do smart stuff. They're very intelligent. It's strange. It doesn't you have your own individual path to walk, and so do I. And within that, we can find common ground. But it is of the utmost importance that you find a home for your soul within your own self, and to be able to rest easy and be at peace with who you are, internally as well as externally. There's so many ways that you have to balance out things, and every day we're always sucking in more chemicals that off put that balance. And so every day, it is important to kind of like sit and meditate. I started crying earlier because there was like this David Lynch quote, and it was like, "Focus on the donut, not the hole," or something like that. Oh, maybe I'll put it right here. I don't know. But it like hurt my feelings. It like hurt my feelings, and I was like, "Oh no," you know what I mean? Because he's dead, and that made me sad. And but like, of course, if we could all tap into that kind of consciousness if you just take time to meditate. Anyway, so I've been really into the 1600s lately. I've been also really into like looking up my own family's past. And is it fucked up? Of course it's fucked up, but that's my fucked up I gotta deal with. I'm not asking you selfishly to come help me release my burden. All I'm asking is like, hey, drop some fucking memes every once in a while. And don't be so hard on your friends with depression. Like, you're not their therapist. And also, we don't need to treat our friends like our therapists. To an extent, like you can, but like they're not trained. You know what I mean? Like, they're not medically trained. Like, they're not getting paid for it. Like, you better buy them dinner first. Like, come on now. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I need to stop slouching. Like, okay, I also love like Joan Rivers. Like, when I see her, I'm just like, I find comfort in these women with like foul language and harsh tongues. Sometimes like Joan, okay, so like Joan Rivers, Elvira. I'm gonna just say the women off the top of my head that I really like share. Joan Rivers, Elvira, New York, um, Tiffany. How do you say? Is it Jennifer Tilly? I always want to call her Tiff. Tiff. But like just women that are just beautiful and strong and like sharp, very sharp. They're clever, they're quick witted, and they're quick to cut a bitch down to size. I love women like that. They're so admirable and beautiful, and they make me feel safe to exist, because I also have that kind of issue where I just say the first, like, if you provoke me, I'm just like like I'm just insane. Um and sometimes it's so comforting to hear like other people spout off some insanity, not insanity, I guess, to release steam. And then I'm just like, oh my god, yay. So yeah, that's all I have to do. Make sure you stop slouching. Drink your water, take your vitamins. Drink your water, take your vitamins. I'm taking slow release iron because I'm heavily anemic. Do research on yourself, heal yourself, balance yourself. It's not my job. I'm a distraction. I'm just a distraction. You're supposed to look in the mirror and make sure that you are on your appropriate path, and then ask for help whenever you need it. But I too am nothing more than a distraction. And also, this YouTube is a distraction from me, away from myself. I need to focus on myself more. And yeah, what are your top 5 favorite? Oh my God, House of a Thousand Corpses! Like, what are your top 5 favorite movies with Satan in them, or shows, or books, or music? Like, what is your top 5 Satan stuff? And if you like any of the things that oh yeah, oh, Penny Dreadful as well. Oh my god, like there's so many good ones. They're all my favorite too, because they have such depth and form. Like without an alleged adversary who is the light, do we really, like, this is what form do we have in complete darkness? You know what I mean? Like, it's just Anyways, I will see you guys later. I don't know what I fucking talked about, but yeah. Do research where you can with what you can and what you have. I don't know. I want to cut my hair. I'm not gonna cut my hair because actually I want to grow it out and make it really, really long, like this picture. Like I have like inspiration pictures. Of course we all do, like files of inspiration. My muses. My muses, people that I don't even know that I'm just like, that is beautiful. Like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm gonna go and then like, yeah, also when I see a girl with beautiful hair, I feel like for a moment God has incarnated, like the goddess has incarnated into the planet. Like when I see a woman with long, 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 beautiful hair, I'm just like, wow, like like something is real. Like this is real. Like this is real beauty. This is real divinity in my presence, and I'm so lucky to see it. Like when I see a beautiful girl, that's how I feel. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, wow. Like I'm just so excited to be like, wow. Like it's like seeing something very rare. Um, I don't know. And I like being like, hey, you are magnificent. And then I just go about my day. Do I stalk her? No. Do I say fucking weird shit to her 24/7? No. Sometimes it's just nice to be nice. And other times, whatever. If she's like, ew, get the fuck away from me, then guess what I do? I get the fuck away from her because, like, I'm not a weirdo. Okay. I don't know. I'll see you later. Goodbye.